So here in the pteridophytes, as we said that the embryo will develop from the zygote, and the embryo formation will occurs inside the female gametophyte. So this character is the precursor for seed habit, or we can say it is a stepping stone for the seed habit, which is being observed in the next group of organisms, that is a gymnosperm group of plants. So likewise the special features are being observed in the pteridophyta group of plants, and this embryo will develop into the sporophyte by further division. So likewise here the asexual stage is formed once again from the sexual stage, that is from the gametophytic generation, and here the two generations are coming in the alternate manner. So and these two generations are different in their morphological structures. That's why we call it as a heteromorphic alternation of generations. Heteromorphic alternation of diploid generation with that of haploid generation. Diploid generation is the sporophyte and haploid generation is the gametophyte. And here the life cycle is a diplohaplontic life cycle. Then here likewise the two generations are occurring in the alternate manner, and both the generations are independent of each other, which are being adjusted or adapted to the shady and damp places. And let us see some characters related to the Dryopteris. In Dryopteris plant, we can see that special features like presence of circinate vernation, that is young leaves will show watch spring like coiling structure. Then apart from this one, they also show presence of ramenta. Ramenta are the multicellular hairs, and these ramenta are present on petiole of the leaf. Apart from this one, here if you observe the venation in the leaflet, so here if this is a leaflet, in the leaflet we can see the midrib. This midrib is divided into lateral branches, and each of the lateral branch at its tip will divide into two equal branches. So this type of branching of the lateral branches is called as a open dichotomous venation or branching or furcate vernation. So this type of nature will be seen in all the lateral veins. So this the dividing of the lateral branch into two equal halves at the end is called as open dichotomous branching or the furcate vernation. Then apart from this one, the sporophylls bear group of sporangia, that is a sori. Generally the sporangia will be growing on the ventral surface, that is on the lower surface of the leaf. And here the sporophylls are having the sporangia which are protected by some sheath like structure. So here the sporangia are protected by sheath of its own. This type of protective sheath is called as a indusium. Whereas in some of the plants, here the false indusium is also being seen. So this is a protective structure which appears to be like a indusium, but it is not a true indusium. Then how does this false indusium is formed? It is formed because of the reflexed margin of the sporophyll. So this type of variation can be seen in the true indusium and the false indusium formed by different members of Pteridophyta plants. Generally, false indusium can be seen in terrace plant. In the Pteridophyta, the classification is also been done. So further they have been classified into 4 classes, that is Coelopsida, Lycopsida, Sphenopsida and Pteropsida. Coelopsida includes examples like Coelotum. Lycopsida includes Lycopodium. In Lycopsida, along with Lycopodium, Selaginella is other example, and Sphenopsida includes Equisetum, which is called as horsetail, and Pteropsida includes Adiantum, Pteris, Dryopteris like examples. And here the Pteropsida includes the fern plants. So these are the 4 further divisions that can be observed in the Pteridophyta group of plants.